All right, this is part two of the what did I title that? Divine. Masculines know their feminine again. Same as before. Please do not make any life altering decisions based off of this reading. Any of the readings, they're intended for entertainment purposes only. Thank you, thumbs up. You don't gotta be in the chat to hit the thumbs up. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I'm Millie. I forgot I had to take. I told Kylie I'd take her to work today. Well, I told her I was going to take her to work. I don't know if you can see the little homemade bed box thing that I made for Roseanne. Roseanne, she's not doing so great. She like a little lost kitty cat around here, like a little old lady. It's been bad, Millie. It's been bad. Roseanne she is old. We was looking up some of her symptoms last night, and it is the final stages of cat life, and I was getting emotional. Like, oh my god, Kylie was like, oh my god. And hi, Josh. One of the things is that she needs a comfy place to that when the cats start to die they get cold, so that's why I put the blanket in the box, and then I broke the box down because like they said that 313 on the timer, they said that she can have a hard time getting in and out of things. And she's like, I caught her yesterday morning. You see the big Scarface picture back here in the corner? It's like sits on an easel. She was peeing back there. I was sitting in that chair right there, put my shoes on, getting ready to leave for work, and she was peeing. I was like, "What are you doing?" Well, her litter box her litter box is back here. It has got a lid on it, right? And I make sure that that thing is always emptied out, like it's not gross, right? But it said that like her body can be achy and even hard for her to get in there. But also too, I think her dementia is so kicked in. Like she'll go eat and she's like she looks around like where the fuck am I at? It's like 2, 3 times today she would eat. Like she eats all the time, y'all. She eats all the time, but not really eats. And so I walk. Well, I yelled at her yesterday, but then when I got home and like I was talking to Kylie, I started feeling bad. I'm like, and I texted Kylie too. I was like, I'm sorry that I snapped and yelled at the cat. Um, I'm gonna, but I followed her. I followed her, and she was getting to do it again. So I start pointing. I was like, "Your bathroom is over there, little girl. Go use it, right?" So I told Kylie I'd take her to work, and then after that, I'd go to Feeder Supply and get like some small litter boxes because her litter box is pretty big. It's got a trash bag in there with their litter, and then the lid over top of it so you can't see it or whatever. But I thought maybe I should get like two litter boxes, like for kittens that are small, and then put one in that corner because she was going to try to pee over there um, again today. And I forgot, and it's hot outside too. Kylie, she just works in the neighborhood, so don't take her no time to get there. But it is hot. I forgot that I told her I was going to take her to work and then go to Feeder Supply. But yeah, so y'all send some that's Kylie. She's been with Kylie. They grew up together. Like that cat is like the support animal to Kylie. Like that cat, the cat acts more like a dog than a cat. And she talks to we were going outside, and Kylie started going, "Come on, Roseanne, you're going outside." And Roseanne's like, "No." And she calls me mom. It's true, like it's for real. The cat, it's really sad. So yeah, we gotta give Roseanne some extra love. And it's weird too because like they talk about deaths, how deaths happen in threes. Well, it's like animals in threes too. It's like my mom's dog had died, then my sister's dog died, so we heard. And then also too, we just found out that my grandmother's husband died, and then my aunt's husband died, and then there was my mom's. It's just weird, y'all. This shit for real happens in threes, it seems like. She's she Roseanne, she is I got emotional last night when I was reading and she smells bad. I was like, she stink. Well, first I was like, does she poop in here? And um, I'm like, because if there's a dirty litter box, cats won't use a dirty litter box. But I'm like, I keep her litter cleaned out, right? And I'm like, what? She smells bad. And me and Kylie, we was in the living room, we were talking, and then she came in there, but like I smelt her before I seen her. I was like, she just don't smell good. So I'm gonna get her. Well, I'm gonna Google it first. Natural spray to because I think sometimes she forgets to clean herself. I don't know what she's. It's Roseanne just turned 17, y'all. And what last night, that reality set in with my daughter, and then y'all, I'm telling you, since my mom died, like I say died, and then I start crying. All right, so I was at the masculines having tower moments. And look, there's the tower with the four of swords coming up behind it. The masculine collective did. There was somebody that died that was very important to them, or a significant death that something they went through around a death, something that they went through around a death. This could also too be like, again, the masculine. If I can't beat them, I'll join them. Like I'm not working for the man anymore. I'm not working for these corporations anymore. I just go start my own business. This is being aware of how the corporations use us. Like the harder we work, the more they take advantage of it, because we can work really hard, right? To make sure that we don't get fired or lose our jobs or whatever. And but then then somebody that calls in all the time, does their job half-assed, that and make the same amount of money. It's like, why am I working so hard? Work smart, not hard, right? This masculine is like, work smart, not hard. Give me one more though. Get a little bit deeper on this Five of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, like, do I want to spend my whole life at work? Shit, I like to go fishing though, right? I like to go fishing. I need to get like my work my work and fun life like in check, right? Shit, I work so hard. I get off work, I'm too fucking tired to do anything. I'm, I'm too tired to go on a date. That's how I feel. From Friday until yesterday, I was walking around here like Roseanne, like, fuck, too over this shit. It's been rough, y'all. It's been rough. Chicken fried rice you about to eat? The King of Cups. He's love. He's in check. He ain't gonna make a big deal about it. I see it. It's cool. I get it. Four of Swords. And then the Four of Pentacles. It came out anyway. I feel like it's kind of like it's just kind of clarifying what I was saying. I don't want to work myself to death. I watched, my dad work himself to death. I watched whoever work himself to death. There was no quality of life in it. There was someone that they lost that they really loved. I don't want my life to be that way. I don't want to just work and not, it's like, what is money, if I don't have love in my life? Yeah, I mean, it's good to have money. I can pay my bills, but then I'm too tired to do anything. This is a masculine that's like setting his own schedule or something, right? Making room in his life. Death. Seven of Swords. So there's that purple again. It's a lot of cards coming out. King of Wands, the Chariot, the Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Swords. It's almost like I just said, right? The Ace of Cups, love, the Sun, happy is card in the deck, masculine energy, the Four of Wands. Again, maybe the masculine is seeing 1111, but the Four of Wands talks about parties, get-togethers, celebrations, weddings. Could be a baby coming, baby showers, right? The Ace of Cups talks about babies, celebrations. Too tired to celebrate my life. I'm too tired to enjoy my life. Everything that I work for, I'm too tired to enjoy it. I think that's what that was all about. Nine of Swords will talk about anxiety, and it seems like that this masculine collective has again learned to work smart, not hard, manifest what he wants, let go, don't hold on so tight. Yes, I have to work. We all have to work, right? Unless we hit the fucking lottery or somebody died and left us a shit ton of money. We all got to go to work. That's not that going to work's not the issue. Is working hard for a company that does not give a fuck about me. And I keep working hard and working hard and working. No matter how hard I work, it doesn't matter. My body gets banged up and beat up. There was things that the masculine collective told himself before that just simply was not true. It wasn't true. This was something that he heard from someone else. It affected his his ego, his thought processes, his beliefs. What he believes is he learned it from somewhere, and it's just not true. Chariot. The Five of Pentacles, strength, the Wheel of Fortune. Kind of what I'm talking about, right? Seven of Swords, the Devil. The Devil. Hangman. Nine of Cups, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles. That's a lot of shit to be trying to read. This masculine is just seeing things from a higher perspective. This masculine that told himself things, again, these things is not true. This is not true. Or these was things that was being said about him that kind of got into his head a little bit, you know. We could be talking about addictions and shit, you know, drug use, alcohol use, porn, gambling, whatever. The devil is just, it's toxic things that we do in excessively. We're talking about balance, the over balance. Yeah, I did this in the past. I drank in the past. I did this in the past. Wasn't it? What was? When we getting Tony Soprano? Wow, the interruptions. To me, this looks like a masculine that wants to be able to speak truths, right? There were things that I did. There were things that I thought. It's not the truth, right? It's not the truth. These were things that I told myself. These were things that other people said to me and said about me. It's different today. I'm different today. Nine of Cups, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I'm wiser. I'm wiser today. Hangman. I have a different perspective today. I'm not just going to stomp my feet, pout, storm away. Let me listen. Let me not jump the gun. Let me pay attention. Let me pay attention. What's really going on? Right? For some, this masculine, he was so jealous. The devil energy was jealous. Maybe every female he dealt with was a cheater. Every woman that he ever truly cared about cheated on him or treated him bad. So he just always assumes that every woman's going to treat him that way. He's wiser today. There's an owl on the branch in the Page of Pentacles. There's an owl on the sword, the King of Swords. These are things, he can do something about something, right? His hands might have been tied in the past. He might have thought, well, I'm stuck, or boo. This is a masculine that wants better for his children. This is a masculine educating his children. Nine of Wands to the Emperor, the Four of Cups, Temperance, Ace of Pentacles. This is also a masculine teaching his children, don't be like me. Six of Swords, clarifying the Emperor. He rests better. He sleeps better. Queen of Wands. Just saw the King of Wands in the cut. Leaving the past in the past. Not chasing all the pretty things. Going into business with people that are trustworthy, soulmates, working together. Four of Wands, celebrating, honoring each other, appreciating each other, appreciating each other's differences. Under this masculine, he had jealousy issues, okay? He had jealousy issues, and you're pretty. He sees your beauty as something different today. I just heard the Flamingo song. I only have eyes. I only have eyes. Three of Swords. He had his feelings hurt. Abandonment issues. Everybody just wanting him for money, what they could get out of him, gain from him. Chariot. Semi-trucks. Smokey and the Bandit, that was a semi-truck. They was racing a semi-truck. They was bootlegging. A long time to go. A long time to go. A short time to get there. Short time to get. A long way to go. Short time to get there. Travel. Page of Swords. The World. The Six of Cups. The Three of Cups. This masculine, this masculine, one, he had jealousy issues from the past. Two, he might have been stuck in a situation where he was taking care of everybody. He was paying all the bills. He might have lost some money through that, and then that work to try to get his money back together, right? Cancer energy, Aries energy. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We gonna do what they. Who the fuck sings that song? We got a long way to go. It's Smokey and the Bandit. It's Smokey and the Bandit, right? Maybe it's not a semi truck. Maybe it's a Trans Am. Right? It's a Trans. He's still Gen X though, right? Long way to go. This shit's gonna that redneck shit's gonna be in my head all day on the first track. Still washing dishes. It's funny. That's funny, Josh, because I used to say you don't have to be in the chat to hit the thumbs up. You can do the dishes, sweep the floor. Josh, I really don't get in people's chats. I don't like being in the chats. I got things to do, and then reading and stuff. Hell, I come back and I watch my videos because there's always something in it for me, right? I don't remember what I'm talking about, and sometimes I'll laugh at myself. I'm like, oh my god, Stacey, you just say fucking anything on that chat. I said something one day. I was like, well, he ain't really a motherfucker. I started laughing. I'm like it's just all comes out, right? Well, I go back and try to catch things or whatever, and I read. That's when I read the chat, and I'm not ignoring y'all in the chat. I mean, I guess I kind of am ignoring y'all, but I mean, I'm not really ignoring you, and my vision's not too good. And like, if I put my glasses on right now, my hat would be way up to here, and I don't. The chat distracts me, so I don't go in people's chats for real. The fastest way to get me to do something is to tell me it can't be done. Is that how that song goes? Jerry Reed, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. Jerry also sung that too. Jerry Reed. Okay. Okay. But because when I was first hearing it play in my head, I thought it was the Dukes of Hazzard. Jerry Reed was the truck driver and Smokey and the Bandit as a semi. When semi truck and we got a long way to go, a short time to get there. We gonna do what they say can't be done. The sun is clarifying justice. That's the masculine energy. So, excuse me, over here we have the Nine of Cups. So the nine would be the happiest in the minor. The sun would be the happiest, in the major. And that's just that. This is a masculine that's been through so many different phases in life. It has been through so many things in life. I have taken care of my children. Shit, I've taken care of my grandchildren. I've taken care of family members, spouses, parents. I've spent the majority of my life at work. I have worked. I've went through all these phases of my life. People can't say bad things about me. I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. I deserve good things in my life. I have put out the good, therefore I will receive the good. For some, this is a masculine that's going through a divorce, and where he thinks, maybe I'm going to lose a whole lot of property or lose a whole lot of things that I work for. It also, it's kind of that, if I do the right thing, right? If I do the right thing and I make sure, so let me put it to you this way. Here's a masculine, right? This is just an example. Y'all throw this out however you want to throw it out. This is a masculine. He's married. He's got children, right? He's got children. It's not working out, okay? It's not working out. I want to do the right thing. The right thing is not for me to stay in this household with you anymore because it is toxic. It is unhealthy to the children. It's not, we're not evolving in our own personal lives and our own personal spaces. And the kids see that. They pick up on that shit. Here's what I want to do, okay? I want you to stay in this house with these kids, right? And stay in the house with the kids. You gotta have the house. And I'm gonna pay this and I'm gonna pay this to make sure that y'all are good over there. I'll go get a 1-bedroom apartment over here, whatever, because that's all I need. You got the kids over here. I want to do the right thing. I want y'all to be happy. I want the kids, everything in the kids' life to be easy, right? It's bad enough we're getting a divorce. Let's don't, make things harder on them. So when he does this, he gets karmic justice. Even if he loses things, he gains so much in the end, and the bigger, not the end, but the bigger picture, right? I've done the right thing. I've done the right thing. Even when I wasn't doing the right thing, my heart was in the right place. So I thought I was doing the right thing, right? Because I was trauma bonded in the past. I didn't even realize I wasn't doing the right thing. I thought I was protecting myself and protecting people that I love. I didn't know I was not doing the right thing. I wasn't doing the right thing, though. Damn it. But his heart, he was doing the right thing. This is why he's being blessed. Because he was doing the right thing. He wasn't trying to hurt nobody. He wasn't trying to get over on nobody. He wasn't trying to take advantage of nobody. He wanted everybody happy. He's good. He's good. The masculine and feminine are mirroring each other. The sun. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Cups. He wants good for the kids. He wants good for everybody involved. He don't want to jump back into he knows. This masculine knows temperance, patience, divine timing. He knows what instant gratification got him in the past. All fucked around. All fucked around. Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, Nine of Pentacles coming up behind that. Give me one more on this page of Cups, and I'm going to wrap this collective reading up. This is a masculine. It's got his shit together is what it is. Ten of Swords. The Fool. The Hierophant. I learned this lesson. I'm wise. I know better today. I know that I had my feelings hurt in the past. I know I had my heart hurt in the past. He's more open to it today because he wants it. But he's also wiser today to not jump so fast. Strong Aries. Strong Aries. Leo. I mean, really all the signs are here. I haven't, all the signs are here for real. Seriously, it can be any sign. He's wiser today. I just heard no more head trips. This is a masculine. This is a masculine that's like I protected myself in the past, or I thought I was protecting myself in the past, like protecting my heart, protecting other people. But the only thing really that I was doing was hurting myself, hurting the people that really love me, hurting the people that wanted to love me, and I pushed them away. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. We're gonna Josh, you asked hi Erica, girl. Josh, you asked in a I didn't see it until later when hey, you have a great day too. Thanks for coming by. Thank you, Erica. You asked about this deck. This deck is called Spiritual as Fuck. Spiritual AF. It's so crazy because there's so many cards in this deck. I don't even know how many cards. I mean, they're just thin little cards, right? There's so many in this deck. And I was getting the same ones. But I had pulled this deck out for the masculine collective because I kept getting that Hierophant energy. Rise above your fuckheadedness. That's what he did. That's what he did. That's what the masculine did. He had to because he was getting towers, right? He had to. He was getting towers. We're all fuckheads in our own way. The trick to winning at life is developing the ability to identify our own flavor of fuckheadedness and then rise above it. I was talking about that, right? Yeah, he's love and light, but he's the Hierophant too. So he's gonna not let you fuck him over. Right? He's watching. What one little thing can you do different-ish and better-ish today? You beautiful fuckhead, you. Baby steps. Baby steps, masculines. Oh, that's way too many. I got Kylie's hair in here too. Her little red hair in here. You're welcome. All right, I'll read I'm not going to read the backs of them because that's too much, right? But I'll read what they say. Stop stressing over shitty as fuck people. That's healing from the trauma bonds from the narcissistic motherfuckers. Because you know what? Here's how I look at it. If people talk shit about me, right, and other people believe it, then those people will believe anything. It's a waste of my time to try to explain myself. It's a waste of my time to try to defend myself. Because realistically, if you know who I am, if you have spent any amount of time with me, then you know I will not hurt you. I might hurt your feelings. I might hurt your pride. I might hurt your ego. But to hurt you, or to trash you, take from you, smear mud all over, I'm not. Narcissistic motherfuckers try to smear mud. Stop stressing over shitty as fuck people. This card is purple. The crown chakra is unblocking. The unblocketh of the crown chakra. Sometimes crushing it means asking for help. Again, that's that whole work smart, not hard. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude, right? Let's get a spiritual on it too, because we're talking about balance, right? We're talking about balance. We have the spiritual as fuck, and now just the spiritual. I forget what this deck is called. Josh, this one right here, I just call it my spiritual deck. Don't it look spiritual? Positivity with companionship at the bottom of the deck. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, I think that's what we was just saying, but anyway, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. Look, there's 2 bees in this card, and there's 2 birds in that card, right? This was a masculine that probably just really didn't even want to be married, didn't want to be married again, didn't want to fall in love, I just went work, put his focuses in other places, and his feminine side, getting in touch with his feminine side is what helped him understand that he needs love, companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, I mean, this right here, this is a masculine and feminine that can go into business together. They can run businesses. The Queen of Wands runs businesses. Not only is she pretty, but she can make shit happen. And with that fire, they really probably work good together. Look how good they're connected here. Masculines and feminines starting businesses together. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. I mean, the Hermit wasn't here, but I'm pretty for sure I was seeing the Hermit and the collectives, both for the feminine and masculine collective, where they took that time out, right? Holy shit. Hey, Millie, you still in here? You can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. So we're not gonna bury our head. I thought the card says something else, and we was talking about that, but no, it's burying your head, pretend that it's not there, but that's gonna fall into it too, right? Just I'll just focus on work. I'll focus on work. I'll pretend like everything's fine and good and great. Meanwhile, where's the love? Where is my love? Where is my soulmate? Where is my true love, the one I can count on, the one I can trust? Because all these other people have used me up. This is a masculine that's not, he's not, it's not, his outlook on the role of the masculine it's different today. It's just different. I'm not, and y'all, I said I was gonna get a little bit into that transgender stuff. I'm gonna get a little bit into it, just a little bit. Pull one of these. Got the letter P. Got the letter L. L P. P L. Got a T at the bottom of the deck. I want to talk in the 3D like how we talk in the 5D. That was clear with that Ace of Swords and Eight of Wands. The letter S. I'm not a creepy stalker at the bottom of the deck. We saw the Page of Swords. They be watching. The letter E, S-E, E-S, S-T-E, you be getting tests. It's Mercury retro. I'll be testing you. I'm learning from you. You're my inspiration. The letter N at the bottom of the deck. Tens. Tens are endings. Gotta end some things for the new stuff to come in, right? Scent. I can still feel you. Give me one more, please. I got spooked. You're spooky. You're spooky. I'm not the same person that you remember. If this is somebody, you know, that you haven't talked to in a while, just listen. Just listen. Don't assume nada. When I saw this transgender clinic thing, y'all, when I saw that Hierophant and the Death card and the Emperor, is like, that is, and then the Justice card, to me, you know, I'm seeing that balancing of the feminine and masculine energy, right? We, in any time I say, right, Millie, because I said, I go into flight, y'all. I go into flight, and I do, and I'm very blessed in this house. I can handle this house, so I'm very blessed. And I don't ever want to speak out against myself. So I know that I'm very much blessed for my daughter in this house and what I have made happen here. I have, and I try to pay attention to how I talk. You know, I'm not even gonna get into it. I get into flight, and it's like, let's just get up out of here, you know? Let's just start a new life somewhere else. And it's not that I don't appreciate the blessing of this house. When I got the interest rate dropped on this house significantly, it's very inexpensive to live here. So that is such a blessing. And it's a nice house too, right? So I'm always appreciative and grateful for that. But I go into flight, and that's what Millie and I, what we were talking about is what I had said that Dr. Phil would say when people get sober, like junkies and stuff, you know, that like hardcore addicts, when they get sober, they don't need to go back to where they were using because there's too many triggers. And so I said, well, um, I said, is that kind of the same as like healing from like narcissistic abuse because there's so many triggers? Well, you can't even go to the fucking Home Depot without a stranger coming up to you telling you that your family spoke. Y'all know how many strangers have told me that my family has told them fucking lies? And that car, stop stressing over shitty as fuck people. That's, you know, yeah. Where at, Josh? Where at? I'm in Louisville. Louisville. I'm in Louisville. Louisville. I have a crazy aunt in Colorado. One of my aunts, her husband just died. Now, these is my dad's sisters, and I mean the fucking meanness from these women. Northern Kentucky, Fort Thomas, Kentucky, Campbell County. Oh, you was in the army. So like Fort Knox is not too far. You know, let me tell you, I got Cincinnati in a reading. I got Cincinnati and I also got Tennessee. And I did it. So I'm not, I'm like, I'm Fern Creek, Josh. I am southeast of Louisville. I got Cincinnati and I got Tennessee. Well, I got the Tennessee Volunteers. I got the Tennessee Volunteers. And I wasn't feeling good. So when I was typing up the reading, I was in my bed and I missed all that. I didn't put it in the reading. But so I got seeing, seeing, seeing the girl transform to a boy. Sort of. I'm trying to think of. It's just it's like King of the Hill. You know? Fern Creek is like King of the Hill. It's just neighborhoods. It's just neighborhoods. Um, it's a little country though. We got some like a little country in Fern Creek. That's it's kind of good. Um, there are, we need strong men. You know, men to not tell their sons, don't be a punk. Strong men to hug their sons. You're safe with me. You're okay to cry. Strong men in their daughters' lives. I understand how you feel. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings are relevant. Your feelings are important. We're not going to go having surgeries to fix how you feel. And just because you feel this way doesn't mean it's so. We have masculine and feminine energy within us. As we move into New Earth, you will find more people are meeting their twin flames. That is a confusing thing. When you are feeling your counterpart's energy, you're a girl. You've always been a girl. You've never wanted to get rid of your vagina. You've always been attracted to boys. And now you're picking up what your counterpart is feeling, and your counterpart is being aroused by a woman, and you're a woman, and you're like, now you're being aroused by a woman. It's there's so much to these connections and energy. So we're not chopping off body parts. We're just not doing that. That is psychologically damaging when we can spiritually heal this. We need strong men talking about this, strong men that are trustworthy. We need fathers in their daughters' lives. We need, you're going to start hearing court cases on these pop-up clinics and shit. I had heard that there were hundreds of transgender clinics all over the world that just popped up, when before it was only like 3 clinics. Your 1, 2, 3 clinics, those are legit clinics for real that deal with people with body dysmorphia. That is a real legit thing, right? These clinics that will just take anybody for how start cutting off tits and doing all this, and not, there's no psychological counseling. Do you know how many times a kid changes their mind from one day to the next? And we're allowing our children to make life-altering decisions because of how they feel. I feel like a boy. Well, because you have masculine energy in you, homegirl. I don't know if I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm not trying, my kids. So the middle and the youngest are very sensitive to transgender kids, very sensitive to transgender kids. I respected that, right? You have to call him a her. You have to call him a her. Well, stop calling him a him if you want me to call him a her, right? Stop, just she, her. Stop explaining all of it. And if you want me to respect it, quit confusing me about it. 2 weeks later. So is she? Oh, she's not a she anymore. Well, I thought two. Yeah, but she went to counseling. Oh, okay. This is a fad, and it's dangerous. Like how the Gen Xers thought it was real sexy for two chicks to get down with each other. This, this is a fad. It's with the Gen Xers, the two girls getting down with each other in college or late night drunk, whatever. Only thing they get from it is, oh yeah, I remember that night. Yeah. Oh, hey girl. Right. Maybe a little shame or something. This is life altering. And then you're losing your orgasms. You're dealing with the medication that you have to take every single day of your life. The Your body has been altered. I don't care who you are. You have titties your whole entire life, and then they're gone, and one day they're gone. That is psychological for anyone. So here we have girls that change their mind the way they change their haircuts and panties, that are having life altering operations. What I also saw with this, families are suing these clinics, but I also feel like the corporations that were funding these companies, I think that something's going to kind of come out with them, right? The companies that were like giving Black Lives Matter money, right? Like for an example, say you're a black male that works for PepsiCo, right? Work for PepsiCo. I'm black, and the corporation that I work for is giving millions of dollars to Black Lives Matter, and then Black Lives Matter comes into my family's neighborhood and trashes it. But the company I work for done gave them all this money, but then Black Lives Matter is not reinvesting into my family's neighborhood community. And now the community is worse than what it was before, because now other companies aren't investing in this community, right? And other companies are like, you know what? We're not going to reopen here because it's too much insurance, it's too much theft, it's too much crime. So and then businesses start leaving inner city communities where really inner cities need them more. So, and you take people that are working in these corporations, like, I can't even respect the company that I work for because they're in bed with organizations that try to talk to us like we're stupid. Things like that. You're going to hear more people talking about things like that. You're going to see how, like the NBA, China invested all this money into BLM. They took the label Black Lives Matter that has nothing to do with black people. It's like it's a scam. That's not news. but there's something's going to come, something more is going to come out about that. And I think it's about how they've been funding these transgender pop-up clinics. My daughter had said something a couple years ago. I say a couple years ago, but it had to have been longer than that because Trump was president. And she said Trump doesn't want transgender people to get medical treatments. And I said, that doesn't sound right. Let's Google that and look this up, right? Because that doesn't sound right to me. So what he was saying is he did not want people using Obamacare to get transgender surgeries. That was one thing. Another thing where he was protecting cosmetic surgeons. So if a boy goes into a cosmetic surgeon's office and says, I want you to give me boobs, and that cosmetic surgeon's like, yeah, but you're a dude, and the dude's like, okay, you just discriminated against me. Where, of course, that the surgeon's not going to put it that way. I'm just saying, right? Then that boy sues the surgeon for discrimination. No, because that is a process. You are supposed to get counseling before life-altering decisions. Now, maybe some cosmetic surgeons are like, okay, dude, I mean, if that's really what you want. But most of them are like, no, you got to go get counseling and stuff. So they twist these things around and pull on our kids' heartstrings, where we have catered to our kids' feelings. Think about it. Gen Xers are fucking hard asses. Gen Xers are roughnecks, right? They're the Hierophants. They're the little spiritual little hood. We had our kids all sensitive and stuff, and sensitive to other people's feelings, where it got to be like, okay, well, we do kind of need to put a little hood in there too, right? Because, hey, I'm calling bullshit on your bullshit, right? It's a balance. It's a balance. We have created super sensitive people that's sensitive, like where feelings outweigh facts, right? And for spiritual people, right? You'll like if I'm watching a quote unquote psychic and they're talking about things, I'm like, oh, wait a second. Really? You don't know that's bullshit? Either you're too afraid to speak the truth because you're afraid to lose subscribers, or you're not a real psychic. We're tiptoeing around facts. The spiritual community is real good at it too, because we're spiritual. How can we prove what we know to be a fact, right? When it's not factual in the sense of facts. So there's balance in that as well. I see a lot of balance in that. Propaganda on both sides of things. What else did I see? Oh, the awakened masculine, talking to his own children, talking to his own grandchildren, inspiring his own children to tap into their feminine masculines. Um, Men, more more men and more transgenders stepping up, speaking out on the dangers of the surgeries, and lawsuits. Um, that could be a big part of the fall of the corporations, where they lose a lot of money. It could even go as far as BLM, like countersuing corporations that has supported them. Like, well, we were told that if we put money here and we put money there, then we can have these, because the founders of BLM live in white gated communities. BLM ain't having BLM come in their neighborhoods, right? So there's some shit that's going to come out on that. And then even so in the inside, you might, like, when I say inside, not the outside world, but the inside world, you might hear more people saying, I don't respect the company that I work for because I know where they invest their money. I don't respect the company I work for because they are indoctrinating narcissists. I don't respect the company that I work for because it's modern day slavery, shit like that. You know, having conversations like that, you lose subscribers. Not supporting this nonsense, you lose subscribers. It's not that you have to be angry at people's belief systems, right? It's not like if you support Orange Man bad, you support him, right? It doesn't mean that people have to, well, you're just a racist homophobe, right? People don't have to do that to you. If you're supporting the fucking laughing hyena, then people don't have to go, I mean, are you stupid? Like, or we don't have to do that. That we don't have to do. But there are some serious issues with our children that need to be addressed, because these are serious matters. I do think that it's a fad and that these lawsuits are going to knock some of that out of there. And that's what I got with that. So if I lose you, I mean, if I lose you, I lose you. I lose them all the time. It don't matter. I live in a town with by myself and my daughter. If I lose you, it's what it is. I'm not afraid to lose people, right? And that's the thing too. I think more people need to have the courage to not be afraid to lose people. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. 114.11 is stuck. It was stuck on my timer. 114.11. 1411. Go 114. 114-411. It's a mirroring number. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being sweet to each other in the chat. There was a kid at work. There was a kid at work, and I did not call her. because I just wasn't sure. So I didn't call her her, but I didn't call her he either. And she's natural born girl. I found that out later. She's natural born girl. So then she asked me if I would call her whatever name she told me, right? I that's the name I want to go by. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And she said, and will you please go by my pronouns? And I was like, no. So I never called her, her, him, they, them. Never did none of that. I just said its name. We're making up the rules as we go along, right? Okay. If you want to do it, do it. Do it. If that's what you want to do, if that's if that's I don't have to. I don't know. I don't have any friends. I don't deal with anybody. I got one friend, right? She's a girl. It's a her. I'm not going out trying to be cool and okay them. Okay that. Okay my daughter would probably be real pissed off at me right now, but I'm just like whatever. What the fuck ever. It's a fad. It's a fad, is what it is. And maybe some of these dads need to buy their daughters some strap ons and wear that for a while, like let stop catering to this crap, or maybe even like not even putting that much into it, because a lot of parents get really pissed, right? Like they're trying to change my kids, sex or whatever. Just I don't know, maybe because I think that that also falls into propaganda as well, right? Like don't it's like focusing on things. The more you focus on it, the more if so for like the Gen X, right? The Gen X, don't worry about your kids being gay, right? That might have been a thing. Don't worry, accept them, right? Just accept it. If they're gay, they're gay. Just accept. Don't stress over it. Don't make a big deal about it. Your son is wearing, high heels. Don't make a big production. Don't tell him he can't. They grow out of it. It's phases. It's fads. So the less we, it's like when a kid falls down, you're not supposed to go, oh my God, are you okay? Because as soon as you go, oh, okay, oh my God, then the kid's freaking out. I don't know. You say, you say what's in season. I mean, it is a program, as far as like even news outlets. I don't care if it's Fox News, if it's CNN News, it's all programming, television shows, programs. I mean, it's programming. It's programming on, but I mean, we was programmed too. You know, we believed shit that wasn't. That's not right, right? That's not that's not right. I don't know. I think we were programmed to be a little too rough. I think, Josh. I mean, Cigarettes. Every movie you watched, all the cool people was smoking. And every generation worries about the next one and thinks, it's going to get worse, it's going to get worse. But also too, in the healing process, it's always worse before it gets better. I mean, we was programmed to smoke fucking cigarettes, man. We was programmed to drink alcohol. We were programmed to drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes. And then, and black communities, the crack epidemic started in the black communities. That shit was like, oh my God, one hit of crack cocaine and you were fucking hooked. Darkest before the dawn. It's more like if you don't pay as much mind to it, it's not, and I'm not talking like bury your head in the ground to where I'll just ignore that it's happening, right? I'll just ignore that it's happening. I don't mean it that way. But people, it's like this. People that are constantly watching Twitter, Facebook, CNN, 122.11 on the timer, Fox, everything that's going on in this outside world. When you're constantly on that shit, right? I mean, it's even like, I don't watch a lot of readers. I don't watch anything that you're doing excessively. That's a problem. Anything, eating, drinking, smoke, everything's got to be a balance, right? So if we're constantly like, oh my God, the borders are open and children are being trafficked through there. Oh my God, the cartel's gonna come and get us, and then we can't even smoke weed, without, oh my God, there's fentanyl in it, and we're gonna die. And this, it's the internet has led us to obsessive thoughts, right? And that's programming. Um, I don't know if I'm making sense, Josh. I guess what I'm saying is if you pay more attention to what's going on in your own household, in your own structure, as opposed to what's going on out there, you're going to be a whole lot better off because you're not going to save the world. You're not going to stop kids from getting transgender surgeries. You're not going to stop kids from being trafficked through open borders. You're not going to stop people from getting COVID 24. You're not, it's all propaganda. It's designed to keep us in worry and stress and fear, because worry and stress and fear keep us in low vibrational energy. And if we're in low vibrational energy, then we're not manifesting. Yeah. Yeah. We walked we walked to this little ran down mechanic gas station that man, he had a cot in the back, right? We walked down there and put the quarters in he had a machine. You pull the thing and the cigarettes come out. For all my mom knew, that man was molesting kids behind that little sheet he had hanging up when he was back there taking naps, right? My mom didn't know that guy, and that guy didn't know if we were actually really taking the cigarettes home to our mom. I mean, we was, but then we started getting them for ourselves too, though, right? Yes. Yes. Mr. Floyd channeling says, Saint Germain, you create your universe by focusing on your universe. You are the co-creator of your own life, of your own story. Yes. And that becomes this thing for me, Josh, where it's like I go to say something and I stop, right? Because it's like I don't want to speak against myself. I know what I am creating for me. And if I say this, then I'm speaking against myself. It's like this beautiful home that I have made for my daughter and I, where we're so blessed for, right? However, words and thoughts are like manifestations. I had a really bad reading, Josh. I had this really bad reading the other night, and then I felt like I was being spiritually attacked. Um, I knew that it was not my story. I knew it was someone that has been dealing with a narcissist. Um, it, it felt so heavy, and then I felt like I was being spiritually attacked, and I didn't feel good because I had been at work, and when I'm at work I work, so I pulled the video, not video, it was typed up, Josh, it was typed up, and and I get hesitant on stuff like that. Do I really want to type that up and put it out there? Some people need this. Hey, that person is a motherfucker. What are you doing? Get this person away from your children. What are you doing? Like, some people need that, right? But at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to put that out there? Do I really want that on my channel? So I deleted it, and I took a spiritual bath, and I felt a whole lot better. No, it wasn't my story. It's in the collective. People's healing from narcissistic trauma, abuse, and some people are still in it. Some people, it's the wolf in sheep's clothing, whatever. Like, it is Mercury retro, and it's very, very sad that the reality of the narcissist is this: they are not going to heal on their own. They're not. They have got to go get therapy, but they have to know that they need it. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with them, because there's nothing wrong with the narcissist. You're the fucking problem. And the damage that the narcissist does to children is awful, awful, awful. It is terrible. It is abuse. It is abuse. I think too, like, it's, and will we actually see it in our lifetime? I don't know, but like, when the corporations, when the fall cabal really happens, because people think that it's gonna that we're in, like we're heading towards new earth, and like you get these they take your energy by taking away your focus on yourself. Saint Germain. Yes. um Solara, she goes into energy harvesting, and the the narcissist, when you're hurting kids, right? When you're turning kids against their mom, when you're hurting hurting children, using your child as leverage, and like, oh, and women do it too, so dads go through it. Oh, you don't want to be with me, well, I'll turn the kids against you. That's abuse, when you're in that type of energy all the time, and it's so low vibrational, how can it not manifest into an evil attachment? When my mom was dying, that was one of the things, like when I went over there, was to sage her body and pray on her body, and I used um, sage and Shasta, and what all did I use on my mom? I believe that my mom was a narcissist. There were things that would come out of my mom's mouth where I'm like, who said that? Who? My mom wasn't always like that, Josh. Narcissist. I used to think that, because like I did spiritual healing. Um, I worked with spiritual advisors. I did some twin flame counseling. Um, I saw a couple psychiatrists, worked through some things there. So I thought that if I could evolve and work through things, well, so can the narcissist. But I didn't really know what a narcissist was. So it's worse. It's worse when like you don't know, when they're like they're so nice. They're so nice and you don't even know. Like, They're so nice, and you have no idea. They're completely stabbing you in the back. And then when it starts down to the kids, and then I was seeing that, Josh, in that reading, it's like protect your children. See, we've been brainwashed that we've been brainwashed and gaslit. This is spiritual war. Is it's not even the stuff that's happening in the outside world, right? That, like, people that call themselves psychics, but they're not talking about this, is like, really? Really? It's just all like, love and peace, and love wins. Well, yeah, because you're doing the right thing, right? Love does win. But you're not gonna put your kids in a cage with a fucking lion either, because you love all God's creatures. And I just cut the deck. Look, it's a lion. She tamed the beast. The lovers. I don't know. Like, we're not having these conversations. I've had these conversations, Josh, and people aren't having these conversations. People aren't being true. They're not being true to themselves, and they're not being true to their people, because they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So while we're not hurting people's feelings, meanwhile, our children's are being abused. I don't know. I don't know. I did that reading the other day, and it's awful. It's so it put me in flight. It brought up so much stuff, Josh. Like, I think for most people, they're not they're not surrounded by that many narcissists. So if it's just one, it's easier to get away from. But sometimes it's not. It's like they do so much damage. I think as a society too, we need to keep our kids off of the internet. We're buying our kids cell phones and they're little, and have them just watching anything. My abuse was due to my mom being abused, and she was abused because my grandfather cut the chains to, um, I'm going to butcher that word, Buchenwald concentration camp, and is the man in the history books who liberated it. It is the generational curses. It's generational curses, for sure. And we we have allowed our kids to be around people our kids should not be around. And it's deep. It's deep. It's like love is the answer, right? Love. I don't know. It's what I got for the collective. I don't know. People need to get hip to the narcissist and stay the fuck away from them. There, I used to think that they could change, Josh. I did. I truly believed if I could heal, if I could evolve, if I could become better, so could they, right? Anybody can heal and be better. But when the things that I've witnessed, the things that I've seen, especially in the collective, especially in in my own personal space, is like they're demonic. They got demonic attachments. I mean, you wouldn't hand your kid to a demon. I believe narcissists have attachments also, Millie. Mm, I do too. And they have to. I watch videos on narcissists and stuff to help myself get over um, the trauma of so I don't stay in a in a woe is me type of energy, because there's sometimes where I'll learn something new, and it's like, really. And I think that goes into my flight too, where like I can't go to the fucking Home Depot without, like it would be one thing if I was engaging with it, right? Like, hey, and they said what? Or, it's like, oh, but I don't even talk to these people. Yeah, I haven't talked, and it continues. So it's like, I get this trigger, and it's like, run, because I want to live somewhere where nobody knows me, where nobody knows me. Yeah, so in that sense, they do need love, Millie, right? In that sense, it's like they do need love and they do need prayer. But they need more love than probably what we need, right? Because I love myself. I won't deal with it. I love myself. I'm not dealing with that. And I know that they need more love than what they're giving to themselves, right? It's mm. have have you tried to give an exorcism to the narcissist in your life? Have you tried to do that? Here's the thing. I did reiki on one. I did reiki on one time. My stepdad. I was so tired of listening to him talk to my mom just any old kind of way. Like he would talk to her so bad. And I did Reiki on my telepathic Reiki on my stepdad. My mom was sitting in the room while it happened, and so she was like, she while I went through the whole process, she watched him. I put him to sleep. So we discussed what he was physically going through as I was working on him. And 2 weeks after, and when I got to his throat chakra, I really did some work on his throat chakra. And what I would tell him while I was going in on his chakra, you speak to people the way Jesus Christ intended you to speak. And my mom told me he had never been so sweet to her. What did you do? I said, I worked on his chakras. I told her what I did. And she's like, he's never been that way towards me. Never been that way towards me. But it has to be constant work, right? I can't just work on you and then they go back to where they were before. They have to want it. You can show love and compassion from afar. It kind of gets to like, do you love the narcissist? Do you love your kids? Love the narcissist? You love your kids. I get real upset, Millie, because of hindsight. And then when these readings come up in the collective, and I know that people are going through this in their personal space, right? My hindsight is like, I guess that it does trigger me. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have protected my children more. We can sage, pray on them, Reiki on them. But if they then turn around and go out here and do the same shit, it's not like it's a fix. They gotta fix their own selves. I think that my stepdad is what happened to my mom. I believe it started when she was a baby before my grandparents adopted her. And then with my stepdad, she just chose to stay. I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating as a reader. It's scary as a parent. It's I kind of flip flop from the transgender shit to the narcissist shit. But I think that's all connected too, right? From the corporations. I have a friend that she told me that she believed that the transgender movement is a form of population control. I'm like, right? They want us dead, crazy, or broke. And it's like, how, if we boycott, right? If we boycott, then it's, you got to boycott everything. I don't know. Maybe some of that I saw in the collective of people's getting tired of that shit, right? Giving money to these companies that's not, remember, when it came out that Nike was real big in sweatshops and shit. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's it for the collective. I gotta go handle my business today. Take care of this cat. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being kind to each other in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. 5 people. 5 people in the chat, 5 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you now. I haven't forgot about the air signs. I haven't forgot about the air signs. My job kicks my ass, and that reading I did the other day, it kicked my ass. Like it kicked my ass. It's disappointing. It's disappointing to see that in the collective, that when you come so far, when you have evolved so far, and you are still dealing with narcissistic abuse. It's so frustrating. As a reader, it is so frustrating to see that. It's that's where that balance of light and dark, light and shadow, because they're hierophant energy. Well, no, not high priestess, because high priestess is just going to be quiet and not say nothing, right? Okay, you gotta figure it out. Okay, love and light, go figure it out. The hierophant, I guess, maybe is going to be like, really though, really. It's very, very. It's the reason why I don't do personal readings anymore. The reading I got Sunday is the reason why I don't do personal readings anymore. And if I do a personal reading, it's very expensive, because I can't. Don't, no. Mm-mm. No, no. My life is good. My life is good. I am blessed on too many levels to be dealing with that type of shit. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.